This does not feel like the best Uzi's got. It just doesn't.
Uzi's voice and delivery is still at this point very one-dimensional.
You can't listen to Lil Uzi after a certain age.
I wouldn't say it's an incredible album because it's not great from start to finish.
Uzi Vert, I don't even know who Uzi Vert is. He ain't never shot no Uzi.
I do what I want, I do anything I please.
Lil Uzi Vert is undeniably the biggest artist in music right now. Through all the lies, leaks, missed dates,
3 weeks before Halloween come out,
we finally got the album, even crashing the Spotify app the moment it dropped, leading people to go to YouTube Music just to listen to the album. Pink Tape is Uzi's most exceptional album, with 21 out of 26 songs getting on the Spotify charts. Uzi's him. He's him. Most of these songs will leave you fiending for more in the mosh pit, especially the second song. But a lot of people didn't like the album. A lot of people were saying it was too experimental, and Uzi should just stick to the old Uzi.
I don't really care if you cry.
But Pink Tape is an experimental journey that takes you everywhere, from J-Rock anthems in the end to rage reminiscent a whole lot of Red. Uzi gives us a dive in to the world of Pink Tape, featuring a mixed anime and live action portrayal of the album. The Pink Tape trailer featured a samurai taking the pink diamond out of Uzi's head, reminiscent to the pink diamond that Uzi had 2 years ago. And a lot of people made comparisons with the pink diamond to Vision from Avengers Infinity War when Thanos took it away. And I can see it. Pink Tape is a revolutionary album that will redefine modern hip-hop, similar to the likes of Whole Lotta Red and Yeezy. Uzi is one of the most influential figures of our lifetime, and he brings out all of his creativeness within the album. So, get ready for an experience that you've never been in before. Get ready for a sonic adventure. That's Pink Tape. Pink Tape was first previewed in December 2020 in an Instagram Live where Uzi was previewing unreleased music, where a song on this album is actually in.
Mama did it a star. Yeah.
And the album's title on an Instagram post on the 16th of July of the same year. We all thought that the album was dropping in 2021, but it didn't. I even made a whole video with Juneplug hyping Uzi up because we thought Pink Tape was dropping on the same year. But Uzi lies, just like all of our favorite artists. I'm talking to you, Cardi. But thankfully, we got Kai Cenat, who Uzi called being 5'4" himself.
Bro, Uzi.
Oh, it's fine.
Bro, what are you?
On a live stream with Kai on December 2021, Uzi seemingly confirmed that the album was finished. But that was another lie, and we had to wait another year for the album. As of June 30, 2023, we finally get the album. But we have to understand what came before Pink Tape to understand Pink Tape. Eternal Take, Uzi's most controversial project, was released 3 years ago. We waited for this album for about 15 years, but it wasn't Uzi's fault because he was having issues with his label. Eternal Take was Uzi's biggest project ever, having about 288,000 physical equivalent copies sold. But a lot of people didn't like the album.
Why are we doing this? Why is this a thing? Why are we this hung up on our best song that is 3 years old at this point?
With Uzi even saying that it didn't live up to his expectations.
I say the music wasn't that great for me. It would have been an amazing project for anyone else, but the music wasn't that great.
But a lot of people loved the album. Pitchfork stated that it was his best project yet and gave the album an 8.4 out of 10. For me, Eternal Take was an amazing album, but it could have been a lot better. There were some songs that were just bland.
This is a game. This is a game.
But there were some songs that just hype you up. But Pink Tape takes you on a sonic journey that you've never been in before, with entirely different genres being present within the album. This is evident within the second song of the album, Nice Guy Doors, which is very reminiscent of Cardi's Whole Lotta Red. Uzi uses an electric guitar infused beat that just makes you want to break something. The song starts off with Charleston White saying some not so nice stuff about Uzi.
My right hand to God, I ain't never heard a Uzi Vert song that I can say that's Uzi Vert, but I know he'll.
And Uzi delivering. I got one big problem with the song, and it's that Cardi is not on it. I mean, there's even a leaked verse that just shows the same vibe that Cardi would go for within the song. So it just makes sense to put him in the song. That track alone just proves that this album is different. Even Fantano liked the song. Fantano. But with that song alone, a lot of people just didn't like the album. People wanted Uzi to be the old Uzi, but Uzi's not like that. Uzi's an innovator and a game changer. The sounds of Pink Tape are credited to exceptional producers like Don Cannon, Ken Carson, and the Dutch duo, but you might have noticed that I left one guy out. On the song A with Travis Scott, Benny X just makes one of the craziest beats of all time. Uzi talks about how they feel like a target, with the people in the industry going after him, notably JT. Travis Scott makes an interesting feature in the song, and he makes a reference to a very toxic FIFA celebration that I do not want to talk about. A lot of people said that Travis's verse was trash. I didn't think it was that bad, but you be the judge. Uzi then goes back into the rockstar bag with the song Amp. This song was first previewed in the trailer, and it's just hard. But there's something even harder in the song, and that was Uzi. 2 out of the first 5 songs off Pink Tape are entirely new, entirely experimental, and very similar to what Cardi was doing with Whole Lotta Red. But a lot of people didn't like that. 20 minutes in and you had people calling the album trash. And this is because they're scared of new things. This is called neophobia, which was first observed with Yeezus and was then observed with Whole Lotta Red, with people calling Whole Lotta Red the worst album ever. The next song is produced by somebody that you might know. Somebody who's gonna drop one of the best albums of this year and might compete with Pink Tape. I'm talking about your friendly neighborhood X-Man.
Ken Carson, shout out Destroy Lonely.
The song X2, produced by Ken Carson, is one of Uzi's best songs on the album. Uzi shouts out multiple artists within the song, notably Black Cray, who's a very underrated artist, and I think you should listen to his music. Although Uzi shouts out multiple people in the song, Uzi also disses somebody. The rap page Uzi Rare Updates was dissed in the song, and the guy responded. He didn't like the diss at all. Spin Again was first previewed in the BET Awards.
Spin again, spin again, spin again.
The song on BET Awards sounded like a 2K beat song, unfortunately. The reason that JT didn't like this song is because Uzi makes a reference to a very special person in the song.
She had a love bro. She look like Ice Spice.
Do you guys think Uzi's a munch? Speaking of an Ice Spice associate, Uzi makes a song with one in the song Endless Fashion. Interpolating the flow of I'm Blue, Uzi makes a beautiful rendition of the song.
So my soul for chrome while mixed with corn. I'm blue,
Nicki also had a beautiful verse. She makes a political reference in the song, and it's... She also mentions the Ghost of Paris in the song, but I got someone who's better than the Ghost of Paris. Ronaldo better. Uzi just showed that he's one of the most versatile artists out right now. With this mix of rage, rock, metal, I'm Blue, is there anybody competing with him? Do you think that anybody else is making music like this? DC the Don? No. Cardi? Maybe. Echo 2K? Most likely. But Uzi is a special figure. The music that he's made within Pink Tape, just 10 songs in, is mesmerizing. Uzi will revolutionize modern hip-hop with Pink Tape, and this is evident with the album going #1 in almost every country. What do you think of when the word Sosa come up? The GOAT? Chief Keef? Well, Uzi does a beautiful rendition of Hate Being Sober on the song Mama, I'm Sorry.
I hate being sober. I'm a smoker.
Damn, I hate being sober. I'm a smoker. Afraid I will drink.
I know this album is his most experimental album, but the most experimental song is the song Fire Alarm. The song Fire Alarm is hard to describe, but I would have to just say Echo 2K. It's not for everybody, but a lot of people like this song, but a lot of people hated the song, just called it hot garbage. I've heard something similar to this before from Echo 2K, but I don't know how to feel about this song. It's kind of fire, but it just takes some getting used to. Going back to his experimental vibe, Uzi with the song CS samples Chop Suey.
Wake up, run, rush, and put a little makeup. I just have to fade away the shake up.
One of the biggest rock songs of all time, gaining 1.3 billion views on YouTube. This song was made by System of a Down, and Uzi perfectly interprets the song and just brings you all the way back to 2003. The beautiful thing about Uzi is that he's an element of the time that he was born in. He was born in the 90s and grew up in the 2000s, and these various influences from his childhood has translated into something beautiful that people born in the 90s and 2000s can relate to. If you were born before 2006, you know Chop Suey. The next song is also a rock song, but features one of the best rock bands ever, Bring Me the Horizon, and the song Werewolf. This gives you a beautiful rendition of what Uzi's feeling. Uzi does a beautiful verse alongside the vocals of Ollie Sky within the chorus. This song is arguably top 3 within the album and showcases Uzi's endless versatility. I would say this song is Uzi's best rock song ever and pays homage to any rock fan listening to his music. The outro of the album, The End, is a J-Rock inspired song, and it's like an anime outro completing Uzi's journey through Pink Tape. This song has mixed reviews, but I personally love this song. It's like Uzi made an anime and ended the anime with a beautiful outro. And Baby Metal itself is a J-Rock band that may have produced some anime outros. I'm not aware of that. Uzi has redefined modern hip-hop with Pink Tape. But there's one more thing that I gotta tell you, and that's the feature, the unknown feature within the album. Patience featuring Don Cartier, Jordan Terrell Carter, the greatest artist of our generation. After a mistake by Uzi's YouTube manager, the song Patience featuring supposedly Don Tolliver was supposed to come out. But we were blessed by another verse from the GOAT. 1629 reunited, and Cardi says more than 10 words in the song. Truly mesmerizing. This voice is supposedly from Cardi's V2 era, and this was met with mixed reviews, but I think the verse was beautiful. It's a beautiful verse. Uzi even teases 1629 in the song. Unfortunately, we all know it's not coming out.
We know that I say go shoot. 1629 be the crew. 0016 crew.
Pink Tape is Uzi's most experimental album. It goes leaps and bounds and is different from anything anyone's ever made in the industry. Pink Tape is arguably Uzi's best album to some. And they may not be wrong because of the experimentation, the creativity, and the beauty of the album. What's to come after Pink Tape is supposedly a new album, not even a deluxe.
Not too long. Probably, like, honestly, I know I usually be lying, but a couple months.
One more thing that may come before the deluxe, and that's A Great Chaos, featuring Ken Carson. Uzi is supposedly a feature within A Great Chaos, and it's just something that we gotta wait for. So, get ready for something that might compete for Album of the Year. Get ready with A Great Chaos by Ken Carson.
Got my